Hello, I am Sindre from netport.com, and today we are going to start a new project Android Studio that will upload an image from Android application to the internet. So we are going to use Android Studio, and we are going to use a PHP server with a PHP script to receive the image and store it on a internet website. So just go ahead and start a new project. I will call it image upload. And select the path. Oh, I already have this, so I will just call it upload image then. And next. Here we are going to use Android 7. So it's API 24. An empty activity. And finish. So let's just go to our browser. And we're going to go to a website called github.com/kevinsavicki/http request. Okay, so let's go into lib here, screen, http request, just download this file. Like this. So let's go to our new project, a new Java class. Let's call it http request.java. Let's just copy all this code. Oh, not the package, everything but the package. I will just try to make this one more time. New Java class. Yeah, like this. HTTP request. So copy all of the code. And just go to the top. We didn't get any errors, so you can just run it. And this file will actually take the image and send it to the server. So I will leave the URL in the comments or in the description below for this class. As you can see, the app is now running. We can continue by going to internet again, and then this time going to netport.com/android or netport.com and programming Android. Just scroll down to multimedia an image upload from Android to PHP Server. And here you have a new class, HTTP request long operations. So go ahead and create a class. Just copy this code. So we have created the HTTP request, and we have created the HTTP request long operation. Now we need the file path class. So just go ahead and go to application Java and your package and add a new Java class. And let's call it file path. And then just copy the code from netport.com. Okay, so we have it here now. And this class will help us get the path of image files that we send in. Okay, next is the manifest. So we just go to the manifest here. And we need to specify that we want to use these permissions. So just copy them and paste them. It's the Android permission internet and the permission read external storage and write external storage. And as we now progress, we need to actually do this in our main activity class also. But first let's create the design, and then we'll go to main activity and actually program it. Okay, now we can go to resources, layout and activity main. Let's add an image view. Just pick an image. Let's add a button. So I'll go to values and strings. And the string name upload or upload from gallery. Okay, let's pick that one for this button. Okay, so let's call this image view for image view image and button upload, now a button gallery, and we need another one and we need a text, and here is the text view. Just move it at the bottom and let's call it text view dynamic text. Okay. And let's change, let's add a view, a layout, a linear layout for everything. Write the with wrap content. So now everything is inside a linear layout. Let's remove the things we don't know what is. Editor absolute blah 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 something. Okay, now it looks very good. So let's make the orientation vertical. Okay, looks very good now. We have the image, we have load, and we have an text at the bottom. Okay, we can now go to our main activity and start programming the code for it. So let's put together main activity code. What we want to do now is actually to program everything for main activity. Just to summarize what you have done till now, you have added the HTTP request, the HTTP request long operations, the file path class, and main activity, and we have also the activity main layout file. So let's start by adding some API variables. And these are unique for every domain, so I will use mine, which I have at netport.com. Here are my variables. It's a string website URL, and I have netport.com/image upload, and I have API URL netport.com/image upload API, or I will have image upload/API, and I have API password, which is just some random password that you can make. So all of these should be in the class main activity that extends app combat activity. Okay, so I would just add a slash here also. Next, we want to check for permissions. So I just run the app now, and as you can see, there's no if you have tried new apps, they will ask for permissions while you run the app. So these two lines of blocks of code are two methods that checks for permissions. So just add them below the onCreate and just ask for them. Check permission, check permission read, check permission write. And here's our method that we just have to import. And the manifest we need to import. And now if we run the app, it should ask for permissions. Do you want upload image to access photo, media files and on your device? Allow. So it asks for permissions. Very good. Okay, next we want to have a listener for this button here. So it's just this block of code here. And just put it under, check for permissions, and then load it on create. So button listener is just a button. Just need to import that, Alt Enter. Load the image, first button, find view by ID, button load image. So let's just see what we call this. Yeah, we call it button gallery. So it should be button gallery here. And button gallery set on click listener new view. Import that class. Import intent class. And now we have created a method for the button gallery. So if we now run the app, it will ask us for the button. It will actually open the gallery. So load from gallery, and here you see that it opened the gallery. And I have some photos here. So let's program what will happen now when you click it. So heading back to netport.com, and we have something called onActivityResult. So let's copy this method. Okay, a lot of things happening here. So, first of all, onActivityResult sends in a result code, a request code, a result code, and some data. So we set it as super, and we said that if the result code is result OK, then we get an URI from the selected or the data, and we store it in the variable selected image URI. Okay, so far so good. Now we want the path, so we say that string destination file path equals file path get path this selected image URI. So we use the class file path. Then we update the dynamic text. So let's import text view dynamic text. We find that text, and then we set the URI to the API, and in this case it's /image upload.php, and then we create a data map. So map.put input API password is the password, API password, and then we create an HTTP request long operation task. So new HTTP long operation task, this URI to API, post image, map data, destination file name, text view dynamic text, long operation task listener, and after we are finished, we will go to the method image upload result. And this method is located under here. I'll just fix the top here. Okay, let's see now how the top is fixed. Okay, so public void image upload result. Let's copy this code, put it below. Okay, so after uploading the image result, we go to image upload result. And here we use the dynamic text to get the image. And we say that the current recipe, the current image path equals dynamic text substring 0 index. And if that is not correct, we toast it, we make a message, and we say that the current image equals dynamic text substring index dynamic text length. So what we are doing here is taking a URL for an image, and we're just splitting the path, the location of the image and the image itself. So let's go ahead and create these two variables. Current image path equals nothing, current image equals nothing, and there should be string. Okay, that's good. Let me just update the tutorial. Okay, so we have set the current image path, current image. The code is still running. And I have said also that after we want to load the image. So I have a code for that also, load image. Public void load image. You can just uncomment this. So we just take the image that we have just sent and load it, but first we need the HTTP request image load task. So we need just to import that one also. So number 7 is it the HTTP request image load task. Sorry, the word is so long. So let's go to new Java class and create that one. Just copy the code from the netport.com website. Okay, now we have it. Okay, our application is now ready. We just need to go to the server part now. So make sure that you have set the website URL, the API URL, and the API password. And then we can actually go to PHP part, which is my favorite part. So when we send the image, something should happen. And now we will see that we got a 404 server error because the PHP part doesn't exist. So what I want to do is make this URL here work, the image upload / API / image upload.php. So let's go ahead and do that now. So to add the URL, you need somewhere to host it. So I host my website netport.com at a place called one.com, and I really like this this hosting company, but you can use anything you want. Remember, you need PHP on the server. So just to create a PHP script, we need something called VAMP on our computer. So just go to free courses and scroll down to web and PHP. And here is module 1, is the installation of PHP. And Windows users need to download and install WAMP server. And for Linux users, you probably have Apache and PHP installed already. And for Mac, you need to just search Mac and then Apache PHP and install it. Here it is. So after you have installed WAMP server, you can just launch it. And then you should be able to go to the URL localhost. And something like this will come up. So you should also have a folder called www, and inside here you can create the API. So let's just look at our code. Just to have a quick look on what the folder name should be and what the PHP file name should be. So I can just browse here, so you don't have to wait for Android Studio. Okay, now Android Studio was loaded, so it's com/image upload. So let's go to our www folder and create a new folder with that name. And inside that name we should have another folder called API. So I'll make that folder. And if we go down to the upload, we see that we need a file called imageupload.php. So inside API, just create a text file, imageupload.php. And it's an empty file now. So just to test that the file works, we write php and echo test. And now in our WAMP server, we should be able to go to localhost /image upload. And here's API folder and imageupload.php, and then we have a test. Okay, so far so good. So let's see what we are sending into the file. We are sending an input API password. So this is the comments. So if is set get input API password. So if the password is present, then we should get it. Oh, this is not get, it's post, I'm sorry. So if it's press it, then we should get it, like this. And we want to set the variables. And the password is located up in our code here. It's this string, so it should correspond with the password at our server. API password equals this. Okay, then we have the password. Now we need to give an error if the password is not correct. So if the password is not post, we will write echo to print a message to the person missing API password, and then die that quits the script. And here, if the API password equals this one, if it not equals, throw wrong API password, and then die. So this makes the script not take any images that doesn't have this password string. So next we need to take the image, and if we go into this image HTTP request long operation, we see that it has a post image and a file name. So we can just jump into this, and here this is the post image method. We can see that it sends an encoded image as a base64 string, and the name is input image base. So let's get that image. Okay, image. So the image code equals post input image base, and the data of the image equals base64 decode image code, and then we need somewhere to upload it. So let's upload it to the folder /image images, and let's give it a new unique, or let's use I want to give it a unique ID, but we can use the date time. It's a really good method of giving things unique IDs. So date time equals date, year, month, date, hour, minutes, and seconds. So it will upload to the images datetime.jpg, and then I have a method for getting the extension. It's called getExtension, the image path. So let's scroll up to my old file here, and here is the getExtension method, so we'll go through that. So function getExtension of string equals I string position string. So if I is nothing, then it will return nothing. If else, it will return the string length minus I. So the extension, it will be the substring of I plus I L, and we return that extension. So you can just copy this code from my website or write it now. So let's put the script stop. start here. So we just have different blocks of code now. And up here we have user variables, or system variables or something. Okay, so the extension will be the get extension of the image path. And here is the actual image upload. File put contents, image path, image data. So let's go ahead and create this directory. In image upload, we will create a directory named images. And this should actually just upload the image, this code. I just want to see what else I did with the other code. Yeah, this is the code to convert it to a PNG image. So we can add this also. So if the image is uploaded, then we will get the width and height of the image. So if the image width and height failed, we will just delete the image. Else we will give it a final path. So it should be datetime.png. And here is the resize of the image. So I said that it should be 1000 pixels in width, and the height should be dynamic. So if the extension is GPG, we will create a GPG image, else we will create a PNG image from the source. Then we just copy the sampled image with the temp and screen, and this is the offset, the 0000, with the new width, new height, width and height. Then we will create a PNG of it, and then we will destroy the temp image. So I'm thinking here also we should just give the path of the image. So echo image final path. Okay, I think the script is complete, so let's just test it. Test it for errors. Missing API password, so it works, or I know it works. Okay, so now we just need to connect to the web host. So my favorite program is FlashFXP. So I will connect to netport.com, and the folder name is not here, so I'll just upload it, image upload, just drag and drop. Okay, now the folder is created, and we can just go to our Java code and run it. So now the app has launched, so we go to load from gallery, and we will pick Apple image, and it says images and some URL. So this is from the PHP script. So if we go to website now, /image upload, and then /images, and then this URL here, blah blah blah. I don't want to remember it, so I'll just go to FlashFXP, the image folder, and here is this. So this is the image of the apple as a PhD 1000 something, We also have the original JPG without anything being done with it, so we have both formats. So the converted to PHP will actually resize it to 1000. So we can easily set the new width to the width that was from the size, if the size extends 1000, then we will reduce it to 1000 as we just use the width. So there's 1,000,000 different things to do here. You can also delete the JPG image after you put it up. So this is just done by unlinking the image path. So if you put it down here, unlink image path, then you will only have the PNG image. So let's do that like this, and let's just set that it will only resize if the image is over 1000 pixels. So if the width is 1000, we will set that, or else we will use the width. So new width equals width. So let's just upload this new code. Let's just delete these two pictures. Upload this new code and try it one more time. And here it is, voila. Let's go to images, and there's a PNG image, and we have the upload. Very cool. So that ends the tutorial on image upload, and I hope this has been interesting and that you learned something and actually can implement this in your Android code.